All right, looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I am so excited to have this conversation. Let me wait for my good friend Mia Hill to get on. Green Family Jewels in the building. Let me see how I can get you on. Y'all know I ain't the best at getting on the live. Hold on. There we go. Should be able to get on now. Uh, there we go. Okay.
Hey, 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 hey. Inside my DNA. Hey.
You lit and ready.
I got it in my DNA,
Got
Ryan.
things. She got stuff in the background. I love the branding.
Hey. I got my custom cut.
How are you doing?
Let me turn this Kendrick off because, I have to get ready for you. You be making the people sweat. Yeah. I had to put a little some in my cup and get ready for Mr. Ryan. I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just busy
Good.
as usual, but definitely happy to have this conversation with you.
Yes, busy is good.
Mhm. All right, so before we get started, of course, let people know who you are, what you do, and why they should know who you are and all the amazing things that you do.
Okay, well, hello everyone, Instagram family. I am Mia of Green Family Jewels LLC. Initially started in 2008 in my mother's living room, um, and have just grown over the years. I've hit some low points and I've had some very high points. We specialize in rhinestone apparel and accessories, and we have branched off since then into a couple of other businesses, one being my 11-year-old daughters. Shout out to Bria's Creations. Shameless plug. And the Finer Shop. I am a Zeta, so we also have a business called the Finer Shop that is specifically for Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And we just have a genre of items. I mean, our rhinestone apparel has taken off, our turban mask sets have taken off, our bonnet head wraps have taken off. A lot of it thanks to Ryan and the team that we've built. But we have, like I said, we started in 2008 with some basketball wives earrings. I think I'm telling my age. I don't know how many of you guys remember basketball wives, but
You
but
ain't
I
that
was making them
baby out here. You ain't that old, but go ahead.
right. Like, but first season, though, I know they on like season 85 or like 50, 11 seasons, but yeah, I started off with that in my mother's living room, and I quit a couple times, kept coming back, and so now we are here in 2021 as a couple of different businesses.
That is amazing. All right, so I see
Yeah.
folks coming on. Do me a favor, you all. Please share this out. Um,
Oh,
hit
I see my family. Hey,
the
Cousin Terry.
please share this out. Hit that little share thing. Put in people's DM. Tag other folks that need to be here. Tonight, when we talk about how to build a six-figure plus e-commerce brand, which she has done. I want to say all your numbers and everything. But I know you do very well. Now we're about to scale her to 7 and 8 figures and beyond. So we'll talk about
Do
that.
it.
But I know you talked about it a little bit, but like, how did you like get into this space? You know what I mean? Like, more specifically, what made you want to do this? A lot of people, I think you really are in like a really good niche. And we see a lot of stuff on your ads all the time of like other communities trying to do what you do and really trying to penetrate that market and like really take it over. So what like made you like want to go into this space? How did this come about and stuff like that?
Well, I grew up in South Central LA. Shout out to my Californians. We grew up in the hood. And so my mother's mother, my granny, who's on my necklace, shameless plug, get your custom jewelry at Green Family Jewels. Oh, you have yours
Yeah, of
on.
course.
Okay, Ryan, I see you. And so when I was growing up, I lived with her by choice. So she had an apartment building. She had a furniture store. She had a house called the Big House, which was like the party house. And hey, Nisha, I'm mentoring Nisha. Nisha. um, and she just took me under her wing. A lot of my family lived in the apartment building, but I just, my mother, and father lived downstairs. My aunts live there. My cousins live there. But I just really favored my granny and just always wanted to be around her. So little did I know that riding around with her in that long spaceship of a Cadillac, who was about 85 feet long, little did I know that she was instilling so much in me just by going with her to take care of business. We didn't have much internet back then, so she paid the bills and stuff, and everything was done by literally going to these places. So fast forward, she was mainly into, like I said, she had arts furniture store. That's not really my thing. I like antique furniture, but not to sell it. I've always been into fashion, and so I thought what started as a hustle, as I slowly started to take it seriously, because I didn't take it seriously in the beginning. It was just something to do. Um, And little did I know, now that I think back from even before the basketball wives earrings. Okay, I'm about to really tell my age. How many of y'all remember the bandanas? We used to put the bandanas, wrap them around us, and then we wear the bandana and we put the little stones on it. Okay, okay, y'all not gonna talk to me. Okay, so that's actually where it started. I used to do that when I was in grade school. I put the bandana around with a little bling, and then my friends would bring their bandanas, and I would put the big stones on it. So I've always loved rhinestones, and it went from the basketball wives earrings to hmm, what else can I do with rhinestones aside from putting them on earrings? Because we have businesses like Paparazzi, shout out to the Papa sisters, who have absolutely taken over the jewelry business. Not saying you can't make money off of it, you can, but I started to see the bigger picture. I'm like, let me go into something where there's not so many other people doing the same thing, and I'll just support them, but I'll go over here in my own box and do this.
Hmm. That
Yeah.
is amazing. All right, so shout out to all the folks that's coming on. I see my
Yes, come on in.
belt. What's going on, bro? I see some other folks coming in. Fat Rich Grizzly, that's my guy. So thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, everyone gets on. Please share this out. Drop it in someone's DM. Just share it. Tag other folks that need to be here.
Hey, Teeny.
Want to build a successful e-commerce business that sells physical products, because I know a lot of folks come to me all the time and they have an idea. We'll talk about this a lot, but they have an idea, something I want to do. I want to get products. I want to go on Alibaba and sell this stuff, but you got to actually learn how to actually move it and move them units. So I want to ask you, what was the transition like when, going from like side hustle, like, okay, I'm just selling on the side, I'm trying to do this little thing over here, to actually have it being a legitimate business? And when I say that, is like a business that makes money every day. And I know for me, like, it was very, very hard in the beginning to really generate revenue and have a business that actually makes money. That's something that we're not necessarily taught in school, college, just people with MBAs that don't know how to sell shit. So, what was the
Real
transition
talk.
where it's like, okay, you're in a position where like it went from side hustle, have an idea, to side hustle, to like actually being like a business that makes real money every day, where you can scale and actually move products and move units. Like, what was that transition like? What would you say to people that are kind of starting out? Maybe they have an idea or they have a Shopify store, but it's like it's not really making any money. It's not really generating the revenue that they wanted to, and they want that consistent revenue. They want money that comes in every single day. They want their Shopify cash register to go off every single day. What was that transition like?
Okay. Right before I do that, hi, cousin Michelle. Hi, my god brother, Jimmy. And my customer's on here. Hey, Liv. She's one of my day ones from when I first started. Okay. Um, so can we talk? Like, we can keep it real? I don't have
Yeah,
to be all
all the way 100.
uptight.
Got
Okay.
Petty, but I am. Yeah, she's on here, so I'm rocking her shirt too. Black on everything. The neck piece, of course, Green Family Jewels, and always buy your merch too. But yeah, we can keep it 1,000 on here.
Okay.
Listen, no filter.
Okay. So let me lean in. Let me lean in. Okay. Because usually I don't sit like this, just for those of y'all who don't know. This is me all day. Okay. Scare money don't make no money.
Mm.
It just don't.
Say that again.
Um,
Say that again.
Scare money don't make no money. It just don't. When I tell you guys that I've done nails, I've done pedicures. Like, yes, I was a little nail lady. Actually trying to learn how to do nails and putting the nails on at the same time. People really thinking I really know what I'm doing. I'm watching YouTube videos like, okay, the acrylic and then what you mix it with. I've made blankets. I've done jewelry. It Once you have it, you have it, and you know you have it. But you only know you have it by following the process. You just have to literally, like, I know this sounds like, yeah, right. You literally have to ride the wave. Anyone that I talk to and that I help who reaches out to me and they're like, hey, how do I do this? I have one right now that I talk to every couple of days. And she's probably changed her business or added to her business, taken away from her business every other month. And I told her, I said, she brought something to me and I said, this is it. Trust me, this is it. When you have enough people that's in your corner that's not gonna lie to you, because let's just be honest, we all have friends, right? Right. I was making masks. Like, I was in here sewing, didn't even know what I was doing, had a sewing machine with dust on it, knocked the dust off, watched a YouTube video how to rethread it, and I was in here making masks too. But we all have friends. Get you some business friends. I'm not saying get rid of your other friends. But get you some business friends that's gonna keep it way real with you. That's gonna be like, girl, I don't know, or girl, yeah, that's a good idea. Try that. And don't take it so personally. I'm blessed to know a lot of people who are in business, and we just bounce off each other. Like, I've sent stuff to people. I have about 5 people I shoot stuff to, and they'll be like, oh yeah, or because we get so used to being in our own head, like, this will work, because we want it to work so badly. Like, this will work. And then it doesn't work, and we're like, oh. So once I got some real ones on my team, not a yes crew, not the yes people. Those are your brunch crew. That's the ones that go hype you up when you dance and when you trying to twerk and you don't know what you're doing. That's your yes crew. Get you some honest business friends that's going to be like, sis, that's not it. Or bro, keep pushing, try it. But it really comes down to the money. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So scare money don't make no money. I literally jumped in. I felt like Martin Luther King Jr., like, I have a dream. I just know that I got a money tree outside. It ain't got no money on it yet. But if I water it with the right type of water and the right type of soil and put the right seeds on it, the money's gonna grow off the tree. And then it's just gonna take time. It'll start with a few leaves, like a regular tree. Start with a few leaves, and then before you know it, you have this beautiful tree, and it's just dropping hundreds and fifties off of it. It's just dropping down. But yes, get you a crew that's gonna be honest. Get you some people that's already in business, doing better than you. Don't be afraid of those people. Don't. Make sure they honest people though. Honest friends that's doing better than you works, because they know what it takes. For the most part, they can give you some free game that people out here are trying to charge you for.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's strangers, get in these groups, meet you some friends. Black Girls Craft, Hey Girlfriends Network. I'm in all kind of groups. I've made buddies all over the world, and just bounce off each other. Whoever you connect with, you connect with. You don't have to know them personally. These are your business buddies. Y'all not chopping it up. Just, hey sis, they understand. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. That is great advice. Like, definitely. Basically, if you're the smartest one in the room, you in the wrong room. So you need to get
That
around
part.
already, at where you're trying to go. So you want to make sure you do that. God ain't petty, but I am. That's it. I think all of my ideas are going to blow. Somebody says all facts. Absolutely.
Who said they think their ideas are gonna blow?
Jennifer, or AKA God ain't petty, but I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look, I'm telling you, there's not a person that's in business can say that that's not them, that that's not their sentence.
Mm.
That's not, unless the business was handed to you. Now, if the business you trickle down and you blessed to be in a family, or it just kind of, but for those of us who started from the bottom, now we here. I've quit so many times. Like, I'm not doing this. Somebody come get all this stuff. I'll donate it, tax write off, I don't want to do it no more. But it's just riding the wave. And I
Mm,
tell everyone, before you get all the way to the mountaintop, you're going to hit rock bottom. I
mm.
mean, crying, snot, boogers, Lord, why me, Lord? We always call on Jesus when we in trouble. Lord, why? You going to hit there first before you hit that mountain and you up there like Rocky at the top of the steps, king of the world. No.
Definitely. Uh, they are quote unquote all $1 million ideas. The
That's
side down
it.
the wall moments are real. The slide down the wall moments are real. Absolutely
Yes.
100%. And you touch on something that's very important because, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs. I talk to a lot of people that I work with, folks I just talked to that I don't necessarily work with yet. And I've had a lot of folks that I've worked with, and we've ran campaigns, we've done funnels, we've done ads, and it may not get no traction. And it might not be the funnel or the ad. It might be that you put something out in the marketplace that people don't want to buy. Seriously, the greatest funnel, ad, campaign, video, email, text, whatever, is not a substitute for something that people don't want to pay for. And I know you are great at putting something out there that people want, whether it's turban and mask set when the pandemic started, whether it's these neck pieces, whether it's the headbands, the bonnet head wraps, whatever the case may be. Like, you are great at putting something out there that there's a market for, people want, they want to pay for, and then you'll come to me and I'll help just get in front of more people and blow it up more. But at the same time, like, putting something out there that people want to buy, you have to test the market. If you're putting something out there and it's not getting traction, people aren't buying it, people aren't opting in, don't necessarily just be mad at it don't got to be me, it could be anybody you're working with. Don't just automatically get mad at the person that you're working with. You need to get proof of concept first. So how do you have that insight where it's like you put stuff out there that the market wants? You've had videos that damn near went viral, hundreds of thousands of views, people buying it all the time, Shopify cash register on your phone's going off. So speak to the folks, about that product market fit. And it's just so important to put something out there that people actually want to buy, not get caught up in your head. Yeah, this is a great idea. I think this would be a great idea. No, putting it out there and actually seeing, because at the end of the day, ideas don't mean a lot. I don't want to curse on here. I don't give a fuck about I care about an idea. I don't care about an idea. I care about what you put out there that people buy. I don't even care about a survey. I don't care about people, they said they want this. What are people buying? Show me your sales. Show me your revenue. Show me your numbers. Once you have proof of concept and people are buying it, great. Let's get the gas on the fire. Let's turn the ads up. Let's scale it up. But you have to put something out there that people want to buy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Woo, pass the collection plate. Pass the McCray. I don't know how I come behind that. I mean,
But you're
put my hands on the pulpit.
you're great at just knowing that it's like, listen, and that doesn't mean everything you put out there is successful and people buy everything you put out there, but you are good at having your ear on the market and putting things out there that people want and not getting caught up if you put some other people don't want it. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay, well, I put it out there. People didn't want it. Let's try something else. Let's try to tweak it or whatever case may be. But not getting caught up on ideas, because ideas, they just don't mean a lot. You got to execute. You got to see what people are going to buy.
Hey, Sarah, sit down. Sorry, Joey. This is a hard conversation to have with people because, as someone mentioned before, everyone has that $1 million idea. Okay, personally, so remember in the beginning, I said I love fashion, and I'm a woman, and I'm a Black woman. So, for the most part, um, not to sound like funny or nothing, but if I like it, most of the time it's gonna go. Like, for example, because I do vendor sometimes, where I was vendoring a lot more. And I had this one lady come into my area, and at the time, this was like 2 summers ago. and I was selling these boho dresses. Just flowy spaghetti strap, very cute, breathable. I bought some and I was wearing them, and people were like, "Where you get that from? Where you get that from?" Before I even had the product, I had cards in my purse handing them out to people like, "Oh, from my website." They wasn't even up on there. I'm like, "Okay, I gotta go re-up. I gotta go get some," because clearly, people are gonna buy them. So this one lady comes into the booth and she says, "You don't have anything tight?" And I said, "No, ma'am, I don't have anything tight." And she's like, "Well, why not?" I said, "I don't wear anything tight." And she's like, "So you only sell stuff that you would wear?" I said, "Yeah, for the most part, it's an easy sell for me." I had the dress on, and she looked at me and she's like, "I mean, you look cute, but I like my stuff tight." I said, "Well, this is not the booth for you."
Right.
Because when you think about it, if you will use it or you will wear it, how much easier is it for you to sell it?
Mm.
It makes it that much easier. If I'm walking around taking pictures, we love taking pictures, oop, angles, bop, filters, and I post it, and then I have 10 people like, "Where you get that dress from?" Or I have my daughter take a video of me twirling in it. I'm comfortable. Like, this is me. I'm comfortable. I'm chilling. Now I'm making money chilling because I'm not the only person who loves boho loose dresses with pockets. It has pockets too. You know
Mm.
how many women was like, "And it has pockets?" Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
For free 99. You get the pockets for free. See, I threw that in for you. Um, and then here's my other thing. If no one else is selling it, to me, this is just my opinion, it's gonna make it that much harder for me to sell it.
Mm.
Like the turban mask sets. Um, I've had people get on the ads and they're like, "Oh, I can buy this at the beauty supply for 5.99." Okay. I don't know if you remember that lady that went on the ad, and you guys, Ryan is my witness because I sent him screenshots so he don't be like, "You lying." I'll be like, "I promise you." This lady took a picture of herself and posted it on multiple other people's comments who said they received theirs and they love the product. She took a picture of the one that she bought from some beauty supply and put the city and state that she was in, which was so weird. That was so irrelevant. And I'm like, people are really out here this miserable. This is right before that video went viral,
I remember that.
or before we had like a million something. I'm like, this does not make any sense. Why do people have this much time? However, I will tell y'all this. The one that she bought from the beauty supply store was not the same thing. That thing was, that's just my opinion. It was ugly. Again, I don't sell anything that I wouldn't wear. The fact that we have sold so many of these turban mask sets told me, don't pay attention to her. She's one person who has a lot of time on her hands. I'm clearly doing the right thing. That's what really told me I was doing the right thing. When you have people on your ads talking mess for no reason, like it, okay, you bought it for the 4.99 or 5.99, then go back and buy some more and you sell them
Right.
since you got them so cheap. Hey, cheetah girl. I mean, why is that hard? I don't understand. And then after you find, you have your idea, you start doing your research on who else is selling it,
Mm.
right? So, and then the turbans, I was already selling the turbans. To add the mask was like easy money because we had to wear masks. And who doesn't like to match? I do. At least I do. This era is like you don't match and it looks better that way. That's fine. But I like to match. And then I realized that women who are, I'd say 40 and up, I'm not 40 yet, but I'm close. So 40 and up.
You ain't close. She like 31, y'all. Tell me show a little, but go ahead.
That age, especially the women who are retired, guess what? They spend their money like they pouring water out of glass.
Mm.
Retired women don't like. I did I'm telling you, do your research. Whatever it is you're gonna sell, like Ryan said, do your research. Retired women, they like, listen, I'm going on vacation. I'm buying whatever. They buying them 4, 5, and 6 at a time. I got a lady in Oakland. Every time I put one out, she buy one for her and all her aunts. It seemed like she got a huge family because I called her and was like, "Are you selling these? Because I'll give you a deal." She's like, "No, I'm giving them to my aunts." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll still give you a deal." Um, But do your research. It was a couple of other items I went and found on other people's websites. I saved those websites. I, looked at their product, looked at their, reviews. Like I literally studied their product. And then guess what? I went under their price because as the owner, we have the right to do that, right? Hey, creatively, hey, Erica. And not that I'm taking their people, but I'm taking their people because if they're going to charge you $19.99 and I'm going to charge you $11.99, you tell me which one you're going to go with. So you absolutely have to do your research. If you're trying to sell something that nobody is selling, to me, this is my opinion, it makes it that much because there's no research for you to do. Still try it if you believe in it. I'm not saying don't try it. Do you? But from my perspective, I would never do that. It needs to be someone selling it. Even people rag on like the Chinese sellers. I love them because I'm in the United of the States. So that's a great promoting tactic for me. Right?
Right.
People be in the comments, they're like, where are you located? Compton, California? Sure is. Oh, okay. I thought you was in China. No, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Compton, California. I just sold a customer because clearly it's going to take them a month to get theirs. And I'm going to send it to you within a week. The United of the States.
It's the United of the States for me.
It's the United of the States. Fast shipment. Fast shipment.
Yeah, that is great. And I love that because I see a lot of people, they put a lot of time, money, and energy. And this is what I did at first, which was wrong. But time, money, and energy in like the product or whatever, but don't think about like, well, where's the market for this? You know what I mean? It's like you so, hung up on this and that. It's like, it's a great idea, putting time, sweat equity, like everything into this. And then you get a product developed or you service whatever. Then you're like, okay, well, let me find the market for that. Like I have to find the market. I don't know where that's at. Like that is the complete opposite of what you want to do. You want to find the market first. I agree 100%. I don't want to sell anything that people aren't already buying or there's not already a market for. Somebody maybe 20 steps ahead of me in this market doesn't mean I can't come in to be successful, but I don't want to be like no pioneer. I don't want to be no, person where I'm the first to ever do this. You do not want to do that. I don't care how great it sounds, how great it looks. Definitely do not want to do that. Another thing I want to touch on, and I want you to talk about is, the importance of, and explain to everyone here as well, whether you not at six figures yet or you are and want to get to 7, whatever, the importance of like building your list and, your customers and engaging with them and marketing to them and emailing them and texting them. And I want you to put it in perspective so people understand who they're talking to. Like how many turban and mask sets you think you've sold? Like how many products you think you've sold? Just so people put it in perspective of like how many units and how many customers you've actually like acquired.
Ooh. Hey Tiff. I love talking to people. Right now the email list is like 39,000. These are people who have subscribed. Customers, or even if they have not purchased anything. Matter of fact, yeah, go ahead and subscribe so we can send you those coupons. Go ahead, even if you don't buy anything, greenfamilyjewels.com. Shameless plug. Turban and mask sets. Definitely over 1,000. Because we have sold out and re-upped over 10 times. Easy over 10 times. And each time I would do maybe a couple of hundred. And like right now, I think I have about 20 left. Like, and then that's it. I can re-up again, but that's my choice.
And the reason why I'm putting in perspective is because I don't want people getting caught up on social media followers. You know what I'm saying? They may see me or
okay.
Oh, well, they don't have it from the outside looking in. Now people come to me, like even people that like when I used to do like events and everything or whatever, and people would be like, how are you saying like you make money or you doing 6 figures or whatever? It's like you don't got that many followers. I'm like,
right.
Followers aren't customers. Like that doesn't mean
Yeah.
you have a large following on social. Doesn't mean you don't make money. Those can't be customers and vice versa. But I'm
Yeah.
putting in perspective is like, don't get it twisted on like social media following or what you may see from the outside looking in. We know how to acquire customers. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
to put that in perspective, you know, for everyone.
Yeah. So on Facebook, we have a group. We have a Green Family Juice group. The group has like 950 people. That's it. The Green Family Jewels, excuse me, business page has maybe 1,500 likes, if that.
Right.
My Instagram, um, I might have 1,000 followers if I have that, maybe like 700. My email list, as I mentioned, which is important to me, because guess what? Once I have your email, we have this thing that we call Funny Friday. So I'll send you a meme that's funny, and I'll send you a coupon, right? And then underneath that, I'll usually add like 1 to 2 items that are hot sellers. Okay. So I get you to click on it because it's funny. Ha ha, she's funny. Ooh, coupon. Ooh, that butterfly rhinestone necklace is cute. I got you. You in the bag. Then on Sunday, we're going to send you Soulful Sunday, which is an inspirational, use like an inspirational quote. Same thing. We do the same thing. I try to do it every week. Friday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday. Because then when people get to work Monday, Tuesday, and they're going through their emails and they're like, oh, they click on it. And if I can get you to click on it and put it in the bag, you know, in your abandoned cart, even if you don't buy it yet, you just clicking around bored at work, you put in your abandoned cart, guess what? In 2 days, I'm going to send you a reminder like, hey, you left this in your cart. Let me give you, instead of 10%, I'm going to give you 15. You're going to buy it. I know I am. I put it in the cart because I like it and I want it. And for whatever reason, I didn't buy it. So you have to come up with, like Ryan said, I don't know who made it as to where social media following is just so muy importante. Y'all see what I did there? Okay. What's is today Taco Tuesday? No? Okay. No, it's Monday tomorrow. All
Yeah.
right.
Margarita Monday.
Okay, Margarita Monday. I'll save my Espanole for tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know who said I don't know if it's celebrities or something who made it like, oh my gosh, I have 1 million followers and all that. And you can even, I guess, buy them, which I don't even know why a person would do that. But your email marketing is, to me, more important, and your ads tie in with that because guess what? We get close. Once they click on the ad that Ryan does and they go to your site, guess who's stuck in your loop now? Guess who's going to keep seeing every single ad you put up? And if they don't buy the first time or the second time or the fifth time or the sixth time, I guarantee you somewhere between the seventh and 10th time, they're going to buy something. I can't tell you guys how many customers I see buy one thing. You know, Shopify tells you this is their first order. And then I'll see them come back and buy 2, 3, 4 more things. They just want to see if we're real. Because think about it. If you see an ad on Facebook, right, and you're like, oh, that's cute. Okay, you scrolling. And then a couple more days, you see a different ad and you're like, that's that same company. Somewhere in between continuing to see those ads, you're going to click on it. You are. I get stuck in that loop all the time. And I'm like, why am I seeing their ads now? Once I met you, Ryan, I was like, oh, that's why I keep seeing their little stupid ads. Okay. So now that I'm on the inside looking out, I'm like, yes, please click it, click it, click it, click it. Because now you're going to see everything that Ryan posts. So, yeah, you can do that with literally with likes. I mean, with, followers. The followers don't matter. 1 million people can click the Green Family Jewels business page. That does not get them stuck in my loop. They'll just see what I post when I post on the page, but it does not get them stuck in my loop. You want people to be stuck in your loop because there's no way for them to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So the ads are important, the content is important, and that email list is extremely important. You want them in your loop.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, 100%. All right, so shout out to Gabby on here. Strawberry
Hey,
Curl, Strawberry Curls. Shout out to Mess My Family here. Yep, I see that. It will come back with the full cart. Yes, definitely. So I know a
Mhm.
lot of people will say. She said that was a gem. It was a huge gem. Make sure y'all taking notes. I
Hey, Ash! Oh,
understand.
that's Ashley. Hey,
Really wanted to put it in perspective for people on here because they may be like I said, like, oh well, they don't have that many followers and like all that type of stuff because people get caught up in that. I've been there and caught up on that type of stuff. So I definitely just wanted to put it in perspective. Now I know a lot of other folks will say, well, I want to build this e-com brand, these physical products, but like, what does fulfillment look like? What does customer service look like? What does like shipping and packing? Like you see all the products in her background, everything like that. Like, what tips would you have for people as far as like operations, fulfillment, shipping, customer service, like all that type of stuff? What tips and stuff would you have for folks that are moving products and stuff like that, and gotta do with the back end part?
first thing, get you a Google number.
Right, definitely.
Get you a Google number.
Least.
Because I have had, and no fault to her, she didn't know, but I've had someone call my phone at 2. I forgot to turn the Google off. She called my phone. It was 2 in the morning in California. And she said that she was in New York, which only should have been 5 o'clock, right? And I'm like, even still, why are you calling? And she was like, yeah, I ordered something 2 days ago. And is this a real company? And I'm like, one eye open, crust in my eye, drool on my face. And I'm like, what? I was so, I wanted to cuss this lady out. I was like, you know what? And with the frog in my voice, because ladies how it be sometimes we be sound a little raspy, at least I do. So she didn't know who she was talking to. I could have been a dude. But she's just like, I'm like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, well, I just got off work. And I'm like, okay, Mia, clearly she's crazy because you shouldn't even be calling anybody's phone that early. So I just reassured her that we were real business and that our item will be shipped, you know, as soon as I can get to it. And she'll get the tracking number. Okay, that's that. Um, fulfillment. So I use grid panels. It depends on what you're selling, but definitely come up with a system. So even if you're starting with 1 or 2 items, come up with a system now, right? Because to me, I'm Amazon. Green Family Jewels is like Amazon to me, right? That's my baby. So I created a system which makes it easier for fulfillment purposes based on what I sell. Because I use Cubbies, I use these, um, and that pretty much works for my entire business, grid panels and Cubbies. Because I'm able to use, I like grid panels because I'm able to freely move the pieces around like a puzzle, depending on what I have. And they have all kind of attachments, bins. So I prefer these, but you know, some people prefer Cubbies. Um, definitely get you a label maker. I know sometimes in business, especially when you're starting out, everyone's, trying to scrimp and save money. So a label maker is $100, $99. Um, that definitely helped me out a lot versus printing out a paper, folding it, because we're thinking time management, right? So you're going to start with 2, 3, 10 orders, and then you're going to be getting 50 orders a day, 100 orders a day, 200 orders a day. Like you're not about to be sitting there folding paper with taping around like you're not. So I would say even if you don't purchase it, right off the rip, definitely make you a list of things that like a wish list, like a Christmas list, right? So say to yourself, okay, after I sell 50 items, I'm gonna buy the label maker because by then you should have some money. So many of us we start to see the revenue and the numbers going up, going up, going up. And I'm like, I'm about to get me a purse, okay? I'm about to get me
Right.
a Gucci, some slippers. I treat myself in brunch. I'm sure y'all can kind of tell, like I like to eat, so I treat myself with small things, spa day, brunch. Don't get your first $1,000 in profit and go give it all to Gucci or Prada or whatever people wear nowadays. Don't do that. Definitely reinvest in yourself. So if you have a list and you can hold yourself accountable for that, label maker, grid panel, start off with one grid panel. Get you one. You ain't got to go and buy 4, 5, 6. Get you one. Then get you another. Just set goals for yourself. Absolutely set goals for yourself. That is um the best thing that I could have done for myself was to continue to, reinvest. I had friends in my ear like, girl, you done made a nice amount of money and you ain't did this. Listen, and mind you, these are people that's not in business. So I find it real hard to take advice from people who is not even trying to do what I'm doing. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but for those who like to punch the clock, I'm like, don't you ask for your vacation from your boss? Okay, well, you go do that. You go put in your annual vacation, and I'm gonna sit over here and reinvest in my business. Don't believe the hype. Don't get so wrapped into what people are telling you should do. You make your list, you make your money, you build your team. I messed up a lot in the beginning because I thought I was a one-woman show. I wasted a lot of money. I wasted a lot of time thinking that I could do it all. When I started to ask for help, you'll have people who's willing to help you for free. Ask them. All they gonna say is no. That's all they can say. Ask people for help. Hire people. Ryan, it's all types of people out here that are willing to help you for a fee. If your business is worth it to you, you will do the investment. You will. Or you keep selling the tapes out the back of your car. It's up to you. Go to keep selling the VHSs out the back of the trunk. But if you want to go from a hustle to a business, you are absolutely going to have to spend some money. Do I like seeing money come in and seeing the numbers go out? Heck no. I want to sit on it. Like, I want to lay it on my pillow and take pictures and do like the celebrities do. Have these lavish parties and all that, but I can't do that. I'm sitting with my merchandise behind me, and guess what? I'm going to get up in the morning and do these orders and call a few people who's willing to help me if it gets overwhelming. But definitely write it out. Or put it in your phone. We have iPhones and, Androids. Put it in your phone if you don't want to write it out. Look at it. Look at your list. I have so many notes in my phone. Look, we family. I'll sit in the bathroom and just on my phone looking at my list like, oh, I did that one already. Okay, well, okay, add that. Yeah, just you have to take yourself seriously. And when I say seriously, I mean like mogul, right? You have to have that mogul mentality. I'm not saying I'm there yet, but I'm so much further from when I started in my mother's living room with that pair of earrings. So these are the steps that you are going to have to take. And I'm not saying take only my advice. Talk to other people in business. Like I said earlier, that's doing better than you. Pick their brain if they're willing to tell you. Everyone's not out here trying to make $1 off of family. I'm not. You got a question, inbox me. I'll tell you. Because no one told me anything. I wasted a lot of time and money. So I'm always willing to help. Ryan, I know that you be dropping them gems all the time. There's so many people out here that's willing to help you. If you get lost in the process, ask. We are absolutely here to help. At the end of the day, I want to see everybody eat. Everybody should be able to eat. If you have the drive and the mindset to do something, whatever that something is, it could be the same thing I'm doing. If you say, hey, Mia, I want to start a rhinestone business. Okay. Are you serious though? Because I'm not wasting time. If you for real, I'm going to give you a list. You come back when you've done it, and then we can meet again. But you have to take yourself seriously. And like I said, the Google number is extremely important. Of course, the business name, the logo, those are like the basics, the basic things that you need for a business. And start small, especially if you don't know how the customers are going to react. Don't go and blow $1,000 on some product, and then you come to Ryan and you're like, okay, market this for me. And Ryan's like, how do I tell them this is trash? And now you stuck with $1,000 worth of trash. Start small and build from there.
I love that. All right, everyone, we're going to go to Q&A. Let me know first, before we do that, I see some questions already getting dropped. If you're getting value from this conversation, please drop something in the comments. You could drop a emoji, 100, something, please drop something in the comments if you're getting value out of this conversation. She literally needs to be charging thousands of dollars for this information that she's giving y'all. Also, make sure you share this out, tag other people that need to be here, your business besties, all your entrepreneur friends, people that want or have e-com businesses. Make sure that you tag them in here, or I see the people dropping stuff, or I guess a lot of value is being shared in this conversation. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. So definitely, we can definitely go to Q&A. I already seen the question come through. Sheena said, how did you know who was right to bring in and have help? Also, knowing that your business is your baby, how did you know who to trust to allow into help?
Hey, Sheena Boo. So it goes back to that mountain I was talking about, that high point, that low point. Even once you are successful in your business, it does not mean that you're going to always make the right decision. So it took me a long time to trust anybody, which is probably why I cried so much, because I was always stressed out to no return. Um, it also depends on what area you're talking about. Because, for example, marketing, before I met Ryan, I did have someone that basically took my money and was like, did whatever. And I was like, hey, that's no fair. How do you get to take my money and just go? Right? Excuse me. But that's because I knew nothing about marketing. Before I met that person, I tried to do it myself, wasting money because I don't know anything about it. Excuse me. Then I tried to take a class to teach myself the algorithms and was like, this is a whole nother business that I don't have time for. So the honest question, I'm not gonna make it seem like you just know, because you don't. You really don't. I would look at like referrals, references. If someone told you like, oh, I know someone. So again, your business friends, right? They should have some people or some resources, or they know someone who does something. So I would shoot a few of them a text. Hey, I'm looking for someone who can do, marketing, ads, emails, logos. Do you know someone, or who did yours? That would be the easiest way. Um, there's also a website that I use sometimes for small stuff, where they are able to basically, you tell them what you want the person to do, they do it, then they get paid. Right? So I would use stuff like that, like I said, for small stuff. Someone wrote my bio. Bio turned out amazing. I think I paid $10 for it. It was amazing. I wouldn't trust them with stuff like marketing, because that's a whole nother part, but small stuff. Logo, someone did a video for me where the logo was like coming through the middle with like streamy stuff, small stuff. Yeah, and just doing your research. For the most part, you should be able to lean on your business friends. I don't trust Google anymore because everyone's out here, scheming. Stuff like marketing, I don't have money to waste on scammers, right? So important stuff like that, I will go off of referral. Like I said, get in these groups, ask people, they will give you the answer. Get in these groups where it's 20, 30,000 women in business, or men in business, or Black people in business. And then just check it out. Do your research on these people, because when I tell you, once they have your money, and that's another reason why I love PayPal. Because if I need to dispute it, I can. If I paid you and you didn't do the work, I'm getting my money back. Yeah, so definitely just do your research. It's not easy, even being successful. It seems like what they say, higher levels, higher devils. That was a word. That is no lie. That is no lie. You will spend a lot of time doing research on people. That's okay. That's a part of your business.
Absolutely.
If you take your business seriously, you will do the research.
Absolutely. Listen, I agree 100%. And I think the main thing is positioning your business where it's not just dependent on you. So even if you don't have anyone else, it's just you, like for everything, okay, that's fine. But at the same time, positioning your business where it's not just going to be you all the time. So whether that's documenting things, whether that's, building out systems, SOPs, like Mia said, getting different groups, referrals, connect with other people, other entrepreneurs. Like me, I have like an HR manager now that I meet with and I work with directly to help me with stuff if I need to hire someone or,
Okay, big money.
but yeah.
Get on your level.
Shout out to
Get
HR.
on your level.
That's who I work with. So I have an HR manager literally on deck. So, if we do need, to hire people or find different people or fill different roles, onboarding, like all that type of stuff, I think is extremely important, but for me, like it took a lot to get there. I know how it is to be scared to delegate and, get team members and fire people and hire people. And even not necessarily, you paying, like you said, people, whether they're in-house or vendors or whatever that you pay that don't do the work or drop the ball on things or take your money or whatever the case may be. So all that is going to come. But I would say like the main thing from my perspective is just positioning everything where it's like it doesn't just have to be dependent on you. So if it's marketing, like not trying to do everything with marketing, position it where it's like, okay, I know I'm like enough to be dangerous. So I know I'm not getting scammed. But at the same time, already seeding it where it's like, even if I can't afford to hire someone now, I'm already know I have to outsource that or I have to get someone else or whatever the case may be, just positioning everything so it's not just dependent on you. Because I know a lot of us, we have the hustle mentality. We want to do it all ourselves. Someone drops about, okay, I'll just do it. I'll figure it out. But at the same time, we just can't grow and scale like that. And we got to remove ourselves as the bottleneck. All right, I see some folks more folks coming on. Does anybody have any other questions? We got a few more minutes. Time is going by very fast. But if we got any other questions, feel free to drop them down. She just said, can't wait until we talk because I don't trust anyone either. Side eye. That was a sermon that will burn you out quickly. Absolutely. So if anybody has any other questions, feel free to drop them down about business, e-commerce, advertising, marketing, funnels, fulfillment on products, customer service, all that type of stuff. Feel free to drop it down.
Oh, I do have something else I want to say about fulfillment. We have to make sure that we're being realistic about the shipping times that we tell people. Um, I know that we try to be in competition with shippers like Amazon or, 2-day shipping, 3 day, but, and that used to be me until I burnt myself out. So realistically, unless you just literally have nothing to do, I'd rather ship it to them earlier than they expected. But be realistic about your life. If you have kids, if you have a spouse, you have gym time. How much time do you really have per day or every other day, however you want to do it, to do orders? You want to make sure, because that's the quickest way to lose people. You said you was going to ship it next day, and here it is 4 days later, and here you come shipping it. That is the quickest way to lose people. So, okay, that's it about that.
All right. Sweet Tiffy said, I missed it, Ryan. What exactly do you do? Do you help your marketing the business? Yeah, so I have a digital marketing agency. We do specialize in advertising. So Facebook and Instagram ads primarily. We help folks set up their campaigns. We manage ads. We also build websites, landing pages, funnels, all that type of stuff. So that is what we do. Anisha says, what's the average that you should spend on advertising and should you use IG ads or Facebook ads? I will say, definitely, Facebook and Instagram go hand in hand. Facebook owns Instagram. So when you run ads through Facebook Ads Manager, you're going to include Instagram and stuff like that. I think you should have many different ways to advertise and you should diversify your traffic strategy. What I love about Facebook and Instagram ads is just the cost to get in front of people. Everyone's on Facebook and Instagram anyway, so you want to show up in their feed. It's my favorite platform to market on. As far as budget, it depends. I say like a good, $50 a day or so is like a good start, and then you can kind of play. From there. Doesn't mean if you start out with less, it won't be successful. If you have more, then maybe you can kind of scale up. But I say that's a pretty good way to start. But, some people start $10, $20 a day. The main thing is to start with something, because you have to have traffic. You have to have eyes on what you offer. A lot of us have great products and services, but, we just don't get in front of enough people. Enough people don't even know who we are, our brand. That's why at the beginning of the conversation, Mia said, scared money don't make money. So if you're scared to spend money on marketing or advertising or web design or a logo or formation of your business, hiring, outsourcing, whatever, it's going to be hard to implement all the stuff that she shared throughout the conversation, because scared money don't make money. So you have to spend money on marketing. It's not optional. The biggest companies in the world, McDonald's, Nike, whoever you want to name, they have billions of dollars of revenue. Do they still spend money on advertising and marketing? Yes. So if a company like Nike that has 90% market share of sneakers in the world, if they still spend money on marketing and advertising, what
money.
do you think that you don't?
Yeah, hi Auntie Lisa. Just to piggyback on what you're saying, even if you start with say $5 or $10 a day, here's my only thing. We have to be realistic. I know that we be so excited about our business and we want 1 million people to see it, but you're not putting the dollar sign in front of the 1 million people. So and I don't run the ads, Ryan does. So I think I'm kind of taking.
Are you right?
I'm being Debo right now for Ryan. Like, don't.
You from LA?
Right. Just the thought of, okay, I'm going to be spending $10 a day, and then in a week, 200 people have seen it. Okay, why? Why only 200? Well, because in a week you done spent like $70, right?
Right.
And it's very important, even if you have someone run your ads for you, it's also important for you to at least understand the verbiage and how it works. If you choose Ryan, Ryan will definitely explain how all that works, the ROI and all that, because these are the things that you want to pay attention to. So I would also say, don't just throw it in someone's hands like, here, you make the magic happen. Because throughout the learning process, you're going to have to know what the marketing person is talking about. You can't just be sitting there talking about something. I didn't pay you this much in a year and you ain't okay, well, you're also not involved. So if you just threw it to me, I'm gonna run the ads for you. But if you're not trying to come back and holler at me about what's going on with these ads and why the numbers look the way they look, then okay, I'm gonna take your money and I'm gonna do my part. But nothing is gonna change because you're not interested. You're busy with everything else. So I would also say, don't throw it, whoever you trust with it, don't just throw it in their lap. Do your part in learning what they're doing as much as you can. You're not going to do it, but learn what they're doing, what the numbers mean. If it's a high number, is that good? If it's low, is that bad? Like, absolutely be involved in the process, because it makes their job easier and it makes them want to help you. Because remember, I'm not his only client, but I don't want him to put me on the back burner and be like, she not serious about her ads. She gonna still pay me each month, but she ain't serious. She ain't send me no content. So we gonna keep running the exact same video over and 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 over until she send me more content. So I would say, like, don't waste your money on that either. Don't put it in his hands, pay him, send him a few pictures, 5 different options. And then in 6 months, you're like, well, where's the money? You ain't send me no content, nor have we had a meeting.
Nor have you requested a meeting or
right
up or anything. Thank you for saying that. Hey, Isadora, thank you so much for being here. That's my favorite brand strategist. Some other folks come. I see my cousin on here, Andrew. And one thing, we'll go to the next question. But you said something that's very, very important about expectations. And this is something that, before we talk, I wanted to talk about this, and it kind of slipped my mind. Glad you brought it up. Because when I talk to everyone, whether you're a new client or existing client or whatever, I always say, okay, what are your revenue goals? Like, how much money do you want to make? And a lot of people was like, when they don't hit this milestone yet, it's like, I want to get to 10K or something like that, or even 5K. If you're not making that much, like 5K, 10K, 20K, like whatever. And it's like, okay, well, you want to make 10K. What's your ad budget? Oh, $10 a day. Okay. So $10 a day is 300 a month. So you think realistically you're going to get to 10K a month spending 300 a month. Those numbers don't add up. And then when I say, okay, well, why don't you spend $100 a day, which is like 3,000 a month, and I would still spend 3,000 to make 10,000, But then it's like, oh well, 3,000 a month, like that's crazy. Plus management fee and all. It was like, oh hey, you said you wanted to make 10K a month though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what you want, your goals, your aspirations, your revenue goals, and everything has to match up to what you want to spend, your budget, your mindset, everything. Because it's a lot of people, like you said, they may spend $10, $20 a month, and then they expect to just make these big numbers or get in front of these people, get all these sales, but that's not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Hey, Sonia, thank you so much for being here. She is great as well. All right, so Anisha said, Ryan, do you choose what ads are, or do you take the suggestion of your customers? Really, number one, depends on like the type of brand, what you're selling, what you're offering, what type of content you already have. I always give suggestions and that type of stuff. But me
And
and you get,
homework.
yeah, you get a lot of
He
homework
likes to give homework.
to it, but you follow instructions, which I love. But
Yeah, because you bringing the money home. We don't
yeah,
follow instructions.
but what you said is important, the content aspect of all this that we're talking about. So if you as the entrepreneur, if you don't take, you don't care what advertising person you work with, unless you're paying like more than just a regular Facebook ad management fee. If you're paying like where someone's developing content for you and editing and shooting stuff, like if you spending that high ticket, like, all right, besides that, you as the entrepreneur need to invest in content for your business as well. Whether you're running ads or just doing it organically or not, you need to invest in content and the time to put, in content or money or videographers or graphic designers or whatever the case may be. Because like you said, some people will be like, all right, well, I gave you like 2 pictures of my product and you're going to run some ads and I'm expecting to make all this money. But it's like, no, like you need to actually invest in content. You need to try different things, test different things. I think that's just important as well.
Yeah, I'm actually talking to Nisha now, and I gave her homework earlier. She's like, you do give homework, and that is one of the things that we were talking about. The content is what's going to bring the sale in. Like I said, if they don't click on the first one, they will eventually click on it. Not by seeing the exact same things, and they gonna feel like you stalking them, like that's spam. Stop showing me the same ad. I've already seen this 50, 11 times. Um, so the content is important, more specifically, pictures, videos. I was telling Nisha, use your daughter. She's like 5 years old. She's so freaking cute. I'm like, use her, throw her in front of the camera. People will click on it. I see a cute kid, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. What are they selling? I use my dog. He's so cute, put a little t-shirt on him. Use what the kids use now, TikTok with the green screen and all that. My daughter was teaching me how to do that. And at some point, like we learned with my ads, Ryan, that videos, they love to see videos where I'm like recording someone talking. But that only came from us trying pictures, and the one with my dog is doing really good. People, it. So I would, if I could give advice on content, I would say before you think of a sale, think of emotion. Depends on what you're selling. But you want to pull on their heartstrings, whether it's funny heartstrings, humorous, or it's emotional heartstrings, or it's, oh, it's so cute heartstrings. That is what brings the money. We get so wrapped up in, I want to sell, I want to sell, I want to sell, I want them to buy it now, buy it now. It's like the people downtown, pásale, 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 pásale. Like, that's still hustling. That's you still popping your trunk with the dresses in it and you selling out your trunk. We have to think on a grander scheme. So, like when you see commercials on TV, I know when I see ones with dogs and little kids running around, and I'm like, I watch the whole commercial, like, oh, it's so cute. Use the same thing. We're doing the same thing. We're not on that grand of a scale yet, but we will be with time and patience.
Mm.
Yeah, hard work plus patience. Rest in peace, Nip. Yeah, yeah.
And what's important too, like we said, like it doesn't even always have to be something highly like produced. You know, the best video that we've ran so far, the Turban and Mask one, like it wasn't nothing where you had to like go hire some big videographer, do all this crazy editing. You know, I believe you just did it on your phone, but it was still a great video.
Yes.
That thing went like literally viral. I know you made a lot of money from that ad. I think you got a lot of engagement. You got a lot of customers from that. And it was like a really good video, but it wasn't something where you like had to pay someone thousands of dollars
No,
to edit.
nope. I
Literally,
did it on this iPhone.
right.
I literally pressed video and I was like, I actually had to cut the video because I was telling her while I was recording her. I was like, I'm gonna just say something like, "Hey, girl, I like your turban mask set. You know, where'd you get it from?" She was standing in front of my car. She was like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Put the mask on." And I'm gonna just walk towards you. So I backed up, already recorded, and walked towards her. And I was like, "Hey, girl," you can hear me muffling through my mask. I'm like, "Hey, girl, I like your turban mask set." That was it. I cut it, sent it to you.
Rest is history.
Boom.
Literally.
Money tree.
Right.
Money tree. Money tree.
All right. So does anybody have any last questions? Like I said before, if you got value out of this conversation, drop like a fire emoji, drop 100 emoji, drop something down there if you got a lot of value from this conversation. If anybody has any last questions, feel free to drop them down. We'll definitely have to come back and do this conversation again. Um, you know,
Y'all make sure my cup is a little more fuller next time. Is it? Ching-a-linga, ching-a-linga-linga. Ain't empty.
yeah. So, like I said, if anybody got any last questions, anything you want to ask her, you got the Queen Boss Lady here herself. Make sure you go to greenfamilyjewels.com. Someone drop that
Subscribe.
in it to the chat. Make sure she got some dope stuff for the ladies, stuff for the fellas too. I'm rocking it right here. This is my grandma.
Yeah.
And I love this thing. I get so many compliments on this. Got some dope merch and stuff, you know, for fellas or ladies. If you buy something for your significant other, for the ladies, there's amazing products that you all can get a hold of. So make sure you go to greenfamilyjewels.com. If you got any last words, you know, feel free to give the people some last.
Last words. Oh, hey, honey, my honey's on here. Last words. Wow. Oh, shout out to Boss versus Boss. Yes, I just did their vendor event yesterday. So I'll end with that. Oh,
I don't want to miss the Mice question.
okay.
I didn't see it though. Couldn't you ask it again? I don't see your question, or you can put it in like a little Q&A question thing, or just drop it down. But L'Oreal, I don't think I saw your question though.
I didn't either. I missed it.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it.
She'll probably type it out again.
Yeah, type it in again. So we definitely don't want to miss anybody's question. Sheena says, super proud of you. Mia, yeah, she definitely.
Thank you.
Let
Thank
me
you so
know,
much.
are there any like new things you coming out with? Any exclusive stuff that people don't know about, or you know, I'll also let people. I don't think people even know, even if they're not familiar with you. I know you said it before, like you know, your what you sell and you know what people should get a hold of, and like I said, any like new things coming out or any
Yes.
surprises.
Yeah, so we are actually dang, it's right here in this box. It's in the big box, y'all. We are about to draw. We're moving closer. I'm so excited. Okay. How many of you guys have Crocs? Okay. I have like 11 pair. Okay. How many of you guys have Croc charms? Okay. Me. Okay. Because again, I sell what I use, right? Okay. So I now have, I say we now have in this big old box Croc charm purses.
Oh, okay, okay.
You can put the charms on the purse and match your Crocs. Oh my gosh. When I tell you I'm excited. Whew, look, my heart's starting to beat fast. Oh Lord. I'm so excited. So we have these charms now, and it has all the rhinestones. You know, people sell charms all day. We sell regular charms, but I love rhinestone charms. So it has the chains that hang and you connect it, and then in the purse, it's like a tote bag, and you put all your charms on it. I'm not telling y'all nothing else. Y'all gonna have to subscribe to greenfamilyjewels.com because when we send this email out, the email subscribers will be the first to know. And remember, that's 39,000 people. So they will be the first to know about the Croc Charm bags. I'm sure they're going to sell out like the Turban Message was doing.
Right.
And then, I mean, we'll re-up. You know, we'll get back at the table and figure out a number to buy more. But if you want to be in the first pick, you have to subscribe. Look, my face is starting to hurt. Oh my gosh. Woo! It looks so nice. I would show you guys, but no, you gotta subscribe so you get the full video action with the charms on it and all that. You have to subscribe. So yes. And then did she ask the question?
I think she's.
Package rates. Oh, do you have package rates for your service? That's what she said.
We do. Just DM me or if you go to my link in my bio, you should be able to schedule a call. Or you can just DM me and we can talk about it, get on the call. Absolutely.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, y'all are funny. I don't know which boss that is. They're both beautiful, Anisha and Ashley. And then you asked me to end with something.
Yeah, any last words for the people?
Yeah.
Folks like, hey, I started my e-commerce business, but like, any last words or any last tips? I know you share like a lot of great information for folks. So I hope you all were like really taking notes, everything around, fulfillment, marketing, advertising, scare money, don't make money, product market fit, all that type of stuff. So just any last words for the people?
Hey, Asha. Shout out to Asha. If you love charcuterie boards, get your sexy board on and you in the LA area, hit up Asha, boss. BAWSE. She's that boss, not the other one. BOSS. Last words. I would say stay ready. And when I say stay ready, I do mean in terms of like sugar-free. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. But when I say stay ready, I definitely more so mean like stay on your toes. Like expect the unexpected. We get sometimes so caught up in he said, she said, they said, even in our own emotions and wrapped up in how we feel. Some of us have kids, we're in school, we have spouses, but you have to remember your business, as I said earlier, is your baby. So people will make excuses. I really wanted to do it, but if you are going to take this seriously, you're going to have to stay ready and expect the unexpected. Expect the high roads, expect the low roads, expect the detours. I don't care how successful you are, expect it. I still expect it. People are like, oh, girl, you're doing so bomb. I expect it. I expect a curveball to be thrown at me. I expect it. So then when it comes and my feet are planted, right? And I'm like, all right, okay. And then it crashed into me. I'm like, okay, I'm okay. All right. But if I was so focused on, oh, I'm doing so much better than I was doing, 3 years ago, and then I get hit with something and then I tumble. It's like the domino effect. And I tumble and tumble and tumble. So yeah, definitely expect the unexpected. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And take yourself seriously. This is serious. This is very serious. This is not hustling your business. I remember when I got my first sale. You couldn't tell me nothing. My first online sale, I was like, what? Not even thinking like, okay, tomorrow I might not get none. It happened. Well, I ain't getting no sales one day. And I was like, it's okay. All right, shake it off. You could. But if you take yourself seriously and you have that, as I said earlier, that mogul mindset, the sales will come because it's you. Can't nobody be me like I can be me. So what they say, I can sell a popsicle to a man with white gloves on. How they say? It's because I'm me. And I want you guys to know that for you. You're you. It's not necessarily, it is the item, but it's not the item. It's you. So if you take yourself seriously and you align yourself in the right position, put yourself around the right people, right? And take yourself seriously Everything else will come. The money will come, the people will come, the support will come. And lastly, stop depending on your family for support for everything.
Dang.
Man,
And
stop.
please say.
Stop. Stop. That's still selling VHS tapes out your trunk. No, your family don't have to support you. They just don't. And 9 times out of 10, the people that are going to support you, it's not them. You're not trying to get your auntie and them to support you. You want the world, Craig. Okay, we doing this for the world, Craig. They need security in the world, Craig. So when your family don't support you, you keep pushing to the next. That's why you need stuff like ads. All my customers are my family. My family support me, but them 39,000 people, those my family. So that was a lot. But yeah, all that.
All right, thank you so much. Shout out to Janice, Retail Genius, just dropped on. So thank you so much, everyone, wrapping up this conversation. It was great information. I know people got a lot of value out of this, especially for the folks that are just kind of starting out. And like you said, they got an idea, they want to do this, they want to do that, but they don't know, how to pivot and how to actually make an actual, like, real legitimate business that generates money on a consistent basis, where you can really, hire people and get your products into more people and, spend money on advertising, that type of stuff. So again, thank you so much for coming on. We'll talk more offline, but everyone, make sure, you share this out, tag other people, go to greenfamilyjewels.com. That's the website. She got tons of stuff. I'm rocking this right now. I'm about to buy some more. I got another one also, but I'm about to buy another one. If you lost someone in your family or whatever, your kids, whoever, you need one of these pieces. I literally love this thing. I wear it every day now. Make sure you go to greenfamilyjewels.com. Everyone have a great evening.
Bye. Thank you, Ryan.